Many of the people who come here because of a problem, a problem of some sort. Either someone's pointed something out to them, a doctor or a chiropractor or naturopath, because they need some level of muscle strengthening, or they believe there's something structurally wrong, or they look at their gait and they can't figure out what's going on. Sometimes we do get people who walk in and they just want a great workout, but that seems to be the rarity. Most people come in and they're trying to either stop something from happening, or stop a pain that's going on, or they want to stop it before it starts, which is the better way to start. Yeah, so what I'm seeing in Sarah is both feet are kind of slightly externally rotated, knees are turning in a little bit, so we're going to have some tibial torsion in there, some medial lateral hamstring discrepancy. A lot more movement upper scapula on this side, lower scapula on this side, right in here. So there's basically a push twist. You see it here, you don't see it here. You don't see it up top. She's got a heavy stabilization factor going on up in here, which is just that shoulder blade up top is locked down. Probably from things like mousing, arm on a thing, rotated forward. That kind of positioning will cause that. Now from in front, you can definitely see, you look at the clavicle position, left clavicle traveling upward a little bit more. So as I said, that dominant trap on the left-hand side is actually pulling her collarbone, her clavicle, upward.
It's funny, I always go into different health clubs and have worked in different health clubs, and every staff boasts that they have this one big shot functional trainer, or they have a little specific side room in their facility that's devoted to functional training. And you realize that's just kind of the area of the gym where they keep their Swiss balls. But in terms of actually putting a program together that is functional for each individual's everyday needs and their desires, you realize that this is the only program out there that's doing something analytically that's effective.
When I do a move with a client and I have them put their body in space and fire certain muscles, they have a result that happens. Different muscles are going to turn on and to execute the move. And if they don't, then how can I turn them on? I can't just do a move in hopes that it would get the result that I want, which is a better alignment. So if I'm looking at why do we do exercise? Why do we do repetitions of an exercise? What are we hoping to achieve with that? So it's really developing awareness around and intelligence around what we're doing with our bodies every day.
Just look at the difference in discrepancy from right foot to left foot. Left foot is definitely tracking straighter when it hits the treadmill. Right foot stays to the outside, then rolls across to the big toe. So it's doing this on this side. Right, this side he's hitting relatively clean. Yeah, so this one's a much heavier angle out this way to the side. This one's much straighter, especially when it comes to the ground. It swings around, it circles around, and then comes back to a center. So it's doing a little bit of that as it goes. But when he steps onto his left foot, definitely more secure. The feet turned out, how the left foot rolls around and back into straight, or pretty close to straight as it comes around the front, and right foot stays externally rotated. And then how that twist and turn is affecting the knee. Take a good look at the knee and look at how much torque and twist is going on. And you can actually see that it stays turned out. So that's going to be an effect to the hip. It's going to be an effect to his posterior glute. That glute's going to have to hyperfire to hold that leg straight. He's going to have to use more of his adductors or groin muscles on that side to pull that foot forward. You may have something going on for 50 years, and then finally it is the thing that creates the ruination of your back, or the problem. We see it as a symptom. The symptom's just such a small part of what we go after. We go after the whole problem. So we cure the problem, the symptoms go away. So in functional fitness, what we start to work on is where the muscles are aligning the joints. They tell the bones where to go. And because your muscles tell the bones where to go and your central nervous system controls the muscles, we need to work on all those three dimensions of the human body.